The fans want to see blood, sweat, and tears. He's always in tremendous fights, and he's a very exciting knockout artist. And that's what boxing is about. It's about giving the people and the fans what they want to see.
Just coming up in weight. He came up in weight to him. I don't see. Honestly, I don't see him. He's a good fighter, but I don't see. He's nothing in his past.
Saying have a fight, yes, but have it at 140. Fighting anyone at 140 would be more exciting than this fight.
Floyd Mayweather assessed the upcoming fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach, praising Davis for his remarkable power, speed, and experience. While recognizing Roach's abilities, Mayweather noted that Roach could face challenges in handling Davis's relentless pressure and ability to secure a knockout.
But I must say this, the most exciting fighter that's acting and fighting in boxing right now is Gervonta Tank Davis. When Gervonta Tank Davis go out there and fight, he reminds me of Pretty Boy Floyd. Because Pretty Boy Floyd, you couldn't go get no popcorn, you couldn't go get no soda, you couldn't go get no candy. You don't want to miss nothing.
Esteemed boxing analyst Al Bernstein has expressed uncertainty about Lamont Roach's ability to defeat Gervonta Tank Davis. Bernstein observes that Roach's past performances have not demonstrated the power needed to overcome a tough competitor like Davis, who has an exceptional record in multiple championships. This perspective has led to discussions regarding the level of competitiveness in the upcoming bout.
About the big one coming up in a month, another guy you called several of his fights, Gervonta Davis, fighting Lamont Roach, is a significant favorite. Do you think Roach is being undervalued as an underdog, or it will probably go the way people think it will go?
Roach is coming up in weight. He came up in weight to him. I don't see. Honestly, I don't see him. He's a good fighter, but I don't see. He's nothing in his past tells me he's going to beat Gervonta Davis or even be competitive with him. And I'm not. It's not a denigration of Lamont Roach. He's a good fighter. He won a title at a lower weight, and that was a surprise to some people that he did get, even though he was a good prospect. So it's just hard to imagine him beating Davis.
The other Davis is fighting for a world title 2 weeks before in New York against Baranchik.
Oh yeah, Keyshawn Davis. That's a fascinating fight.
The upcoming bout between Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach has sparked a variety of opinions, with some labeling it a cherry pick due to Roach's move up to 130 elves. Former professional boxer Dawood Bey believes Roach's team is strong and anticipates a competitive match. He acknowledges Davis's top-tier status in boxing, but points out that criticism will follow unless he faces bigger names like Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney. Bey forecasts an exciting, high-energy showdown in the DMV area.
Gervonta Davis, Lamont Roach. A lot of people shitting on the fight. A lot of people saying it's a cherry pick. A lot of people saying that, or criticizing Tank for bringing Lamont up to 130. What's your thoughts on the fight?
I think if you understand the history of DC and Baltimore, and then I'm familiar with Roach and them camp a little bit because I'm cool with people that's tight with them and stuff like that. So we all kind of encounter each other. I don't live nothing but 2.5 hours away, right? I wouldn't see none of them coming and laying down, and then Tank is Tank. I think you're gonna get a DMV classic. Like, you're gonna get a good fight. They're gonna fight each other. Lamont gonna fight Tank. You know what I'm saying? So for however long it lasts, or for however long the fireworks is, you know what I mean, going off, he gonna fight him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he gonna come out there to lay down. So I don't know. I mean, people gonna criticize you no matter what though once you get in like tank position. It don't really matter what you do. Like if you wasn't fighting like Shakur or Devin right now in this next fight, it's probably like 3 people he could be fighting and nobody wouldn't have nothing to say. You understand what I'm trying to say? Not to say that some fights can't be like better than others or whatever, but yeah, if he wasn't fighting Devin, Shakur, or like Tiafimo, then somebody gonna say like it's a cherry pick or everything. I mean, everybody's a cherry pick. Leave it up to them.
The boxing community has expressed concerns about Gervonta Davis's decision to fight Lamont Roach as his next opponent. Critics argue that Davis is avoiding tougher challenges from top contenders like Shakur Stevenson. With Roach viewed as a less challenging opponent, Some have accused Davis of cherry picking, fueling debates about his willingness to face the best in the division.
Feel at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best they got out there. He's asking, can he fight the best? I believe his contract is coming to an end, so hopefully we can come together and I can take him to that next level and give him the fights that he wants.
Although Lamont Roach is a world champion, he remains relatively unknown to the broader public, which has contributed to the belief that Davis has chosen an easy opponent. However, Roach supporters argue that his underdog status could work in his favor, as opponents might underestimate his skills in the ring. Shields acknowledges Roach's potential, but emphasizes Davis' proven track record and formidable abilities.
Beat him, so Lamont Roach is a good fighter, but and I'm happy to see a fighter like Lamont Roach, who's had to come up the blue-collar way, get a big opportunity, get a big payday. But now that I've said that, it's an underwhelming fight, and everybody's saying that because it's true. And this is a fight that would have made more sense for Gervonta Davis a couple years ago, back when Gary Russell was rumored as an opponent. And this would be, like a good DMV rivalry, two guys from the DMV area. But in 2024, when Tank's already headlined a lot of pay-per-views, it's underwhelming. And, before the Gervonta Davis fans try to come at my throat, I get it. Lomachenko walked away from the table. Of course, that's after, some years earlier of Tank saying he wasn't interested in that fight. Fight was never officially negotiated by Top Rank or PBC, but for years, Gervonta had no real intention of fighting Lomachenko, and now Lomachenko has walked away from the table now that the fight's available. I understand that. I understand Shakur Stevenson really is opting more the Williams-Zepeda route. I understand that Teofimo Lopez has only really called Davis out once the Lamont Roach fight was really being talked about around Canelo Berlanga fight week and was close.
De La Hoya concurs, referring to Tank as a beast and acknowledging Roach's skill. However, he believes that facing Davis will present a significant challenge, likely leading to a difficult night for Roach.
Never count him out. Watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations sometimes at will without you even knowing it. He's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with any.
I take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this. Shakur Stevenson ducked him. Lomachenko ducked him openly. El Rayo didn't want to fight this year. He wanted to fight next year. Another thing is, I was hearing that Tank wanted it at 135 and rehydration, all kind of shit. So, but I don't know how true that is, which it wouldn't shock me if that was true. Either way, for whatever reason, El Rayo fell apart. The options were just getting diabolical. All right, I understand that. At the same time, Lamont Roach versus Tank is trash. If Devin Haney announced he was fighting Lamont Roach coming up from 130 next at 135, I'll say that shit's trash. Let me tell you this. To me, Gervonta is far better than Devin Haney. So it's trash, bruh. It's trash.